Alright, we're live. Welcome. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? About to get started here. Yo, chill, fam. This guy, that dude. Yo, chill, fam. Don't be calling me handsome, unless you're a girl. Yo, chill. But yeah, we're here live on YouTube again. We're here every day for those wondering. For anybody who's new to the streams, we're here every day. We were here last night, yesterday morning. We caught some good buys on gold. 27.25. If you held those, good job. If you held those buys yesterday up until this point, good job. We went over some nice setups yesterday morning. We caught buys, New York session at 27.25, ran it up. Obviously, you know, for the time being, it was a good trade. Could have held on it longer, but it was still a good setup, good entry. Today, you can obviously see markets already dropping before New York, so maybe let it drop some more. It could come down probably to 27.50. Maybe even the 45s. Last night, however, we were on last night. I hope you guys were on last night. Like I said, try to come on every stream. Every stream is going to be, at least there's usually something on every stream. We were on last night. We've been on pretty much every day for the last couple of weeks. We were on last night 9 hours ago. 9 hours ago, I talked about wanting to see buys. Everyone was asking if it sells, and Sells are happening like this. Like they're gonna come at tops. If you're looking for sells, because obviously market's in an uptrend, it's still holding its trend. Sells in a situation like this, in a market like this, your sells are gonna come how you just seen them. Like, so understanding the sells in a market structure, a market condition like this, is the sells will be like this or like this. They'll come at higher highs. Like when the market's in an uptrend like this, your sells are going to come when the market's extended, when it's really pushed up. That's where it's going to find resistance. But in an uptrend, they could be fast. It might just be fast moves because the sells could lead to retracements in an uptrend, right? So it could be literally 1, 2 candles that drop on a 30-minute chart or a 15-minute chart. But your sells are going to happen like this. Like you can literally see here, 15-minute on gold, pushes up, extends, makes this higher high. You know, would have taken out all these sellers here probably, and then dumps back. And then the same thing, it goes higher, it really extends up, makes a higher high in price. So you can see a higher high here. That's how your sells are going to happen in a trend like this. And if you're not really used to taking sells in a trend like this, you might be like, it might be kind of like, you could get in early, because the market extends, and it can be seen as aggressive to sell in a trend like this. But if you know like what you're doing, gold, I'm used to taking sells in conditions like this, waiting. This is London. You can see the market did the same thing last night. It punched up. See the market, Tokyo session range yesterday. So 2 nights ago, Tuesday night, and then it punched up. So it would have been Monday night going into Tuesday. Monday going into Tuesday. Punches up, creates a high in the open of London, runs down, creates the buy. But you see this situation here, right? Where the market punches up, but then drops. That behavior is very normal at that time. With how price was slow before, like kind of sideways, then punches up, runs down. Pretty much like did the same thing tonight, or like last night. Like you could see here, the market was kind of slow, and then it punches up, and around the same time opens up with a high, runs down. So it looks like it's finding some sells more higher. But this right now, maybe there's one more buy setup today if price keeps dropping. I wouldn't say this is. Let's see the 4 hour. Like the 4 hour. Yeah, it's coming down. This will probably come down 27.50. We have some support here to test 27.50, 27.45 area. So I think it's let it come down. See if there's a buy set up today, perhaps. Because, I mean, unless you're in sells already, I'm not going to take sells here. You can see why. Like, selling here would be like, there's only maybe a little bit. It could reverse like this, you know, or it could reverse like this. There's not much room for sells, even on the 4 hour. Like, it could just come here, reverse, potentially. Let's see. Now we're on Wednesday. 4 hours dropping at the moment. I'll just let gold kind of drop today and see if we get maybe a buy setup. 27.50 is about to get tapped from the looks of it. If you're on last night it was slow. We were looking for an entry. We were looking for buys last night at 27.45. I even said in Discord, if you follow the Discord, if you keep up with what I post in there, in the community Discord, it's free for everyone. Anyone can join. I posted this after I got off last night, and I was talking about on stream how I'm looking for buys at 27.45. I ended up catching those. Like, it didn't exactly hit. It hit the 27.45 zone. But I was mentioning I was keeping an eye on price around 27.45, 27.40 range. It came down there quickly, really close. Like, it hit 27.45.6. So like as this was pulling back, I was taking really small entries up here because I knew it was. I knew it was setting up. I was pretty confident, and I was just following the plan. That I was like, you know what? I was looking for 27.45. It's coming down there. I'm gonna buy. So I started scaling in entries, small entries, and then made the whole move up. Caught the whole move up. Right now, it looks like it's setting up for buys. To be honest, like I like buys more. Maybe in this range, 27.50 area, or if it's between 8.30 and 9.30, we find buys. This area might hold 27.50, or it's wait till like 8.30, 9.30 range and see if the buys come in there. Because price could, if you look at the 1 hour, even the 1 hour shows we could come, like even at most down to like this low. Like we could still come down lower. But price could still, I think, find a buy today. 27.50 here. We're testing this 27.50 area. Still like buys today. Because it's Wednesday. Maybe we trade up into like Thursday. I'm gonna enter buys on gold, but really small. Like start to scale in buys. If it keeps going down, I'll enter more buys and try to find entries between like 27.42. Or 27.52, 27.50, 27.45 even. But I'm gonna go small. Maybe we get a good reaction in here. But I like buys today still. We've mainly been looking for buys the last 3 weeks. Honestly, like every buy we've taken, every buy we've looked for, we could have just held. Every single buy we've looked for and taken, I'm gonna get in buys like now on gold, scale in. I'm not gonna do a full position at this price. I'm gonna try to get 54, 53, 52, 51, like scale in, and see if we can get some moves up. At different entry prices. Like right now it's at 54, obviously. So if it can come back to like 53, 52, obviously we almost hit 27.50 there. But I still like buys. Pretty much, like even if you go back, like obviously we spend a lot of time on here, and people are asking if I could just do training sessions one day. I will. Like we do a lot of everything on the streams. If you come on these streams, there's a lot of everything on the streams. I give you guys updates. I give you guys mindset tips. I give you guys live analysis. I give you guys trades. If you come on every stream, like you can learn a lot. Like I'm not doing full on trainings here. But no, like people are asking if I could do a trading session, not like some of the newer traders. And yeah, well, keep tuning into the streams. You'll learn a lot just on the streams in general. But yeah, like I'll put together probably this week, maybe a couple training sessions. We'll do those at night more. I figure if we do trainings, so like more just a training session. Maybe not looking at the charts all the time. Like some people are asking if we do at the nighttime sessions. So when I go live at nighttime, like we're live New York right now. So whenever I go live at night, we'll those sessions are market's a little bit more quieter around those hours, but still a good time to look at the market. We've caught we've looked at USD CAD at those times. We've looked at gold at those times and Bitcoin, and we've seen good analysis. Not as much, but it's still a consistent time to go to the chart. Yeah, I like gold buys still. But yeah, like these sessions are kind of all around. Like if you come on, we do live analysis. We find trades. There's training even on these. Like some days I'm on longer than others. Like last night we were on for an hour and 34 minutes. Well, one morning we were on for 4 hours. That was probably Thursday. That was probably Thursday when we were looking for sells, and then it ended up dropping. Some days are longer, but yeah, some people are asking for more of like a detail, like more of a, what's the word, organized training. Yeah, we'll do those. Don't worry. We're gonna be streaming here all year until all 2025. We're gonna be on here streaming. So I've been doing this for 10 years. There's gonna be a lot to learn. So trust me. Like I know a lot of stuff about trading. There's a lot I can teach you on anything. So yeah, like sometimes, like for me, when you're doing something for 10 years, you know a lot. So there's so much I see, and I'm like, yeah, I can talk a lot. I could spend all day teaching, right? There's just too much I know about trading. That's kind of where came in the beginning. I was like a sponge in the beginning, but the wrong thing I did in the beginning was I didn't apply as much. So it was more like learn, 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 but I wasn't applying as much. So basically, like if you think of like a bar chart, I had all this, but very little of this in my first 3 years. So if you wanna, if you take the word learn, right? Obviously, most people want to make money in trading. You know, I've learned a lot over the years too, like mindset. In the beginning, it might seem kind of daunting. Daunting meaning maybe like kind of scary because you're not as confident. But in the beginning, for me, I was doing less of this, as much as I could have or should have, maybe needed to. I was more like just learning every strategy on every indicator, every concept. I was learning so like a sponge of information that it came to a point where I was like, man, I know so much. This was like 3 years into trading. Came to a point where I was like, man, I know so much, but I've applied so little. Like I haven't applied a lot of it. So I had to take a step back. Really? I had to take a step back, go back to the basics, refine things, take a step back. Right, from everything I learned. Cross some things out, Okay, I don't need this, let's not use this. What's been effective for me? In this process of what I've applied, what's been the most effective? Where have I seen results? Where have I seen progress? Where have I seen profit? Where have I seen mistakes? Let's learn from there. Let's maybe cross out some things, right? Because you don't want an overload of information. That would be an information bias. An information bias is thinking maybe the more information that you know will change the outcome of the situation. Not all the time. In general life, too. That applies for general life. You might think, if I know, there could be a situation you're in life, and you might want to know the answer more, figure out more information about that because it might change the situation or the outcome, but no. That's an information bias. In trading, that's information bias is like if I know more, knowing more will make me profitable. If I know more strategies, if I know that secret sauce, knowing more, I'm in profit right now on gold, a little bit of pips. Maybe it sticks. Maybe she sticks. If you like pip and dipping, you know our term. We pip and dip. Like, wait till you guys learn. Wait till you guys see my real strategy that I made a long time ago and that I use here. I have a few strategies. I have like 3, 4, kind of like that. Depends on the market situation. But wait till you guys learn the pip and dip. Yeah, I'm up. Light. I got a Bitcoin buy-in as well. Quick profit. Maybe it's a quick stream today. Pip and dip. You can if you want. Is there news today? Pip and dips are always good because it can come back to your entry, Nothing crazy. Anybody catch it? Hopefully you guys squeezed in there quick. I told you I was buying. Maybe I'll close a couple entries. and see if it comes back to entry. I'll leave some. I like to call them sluggers, the little guys. I like to leave some little guys because gold can move. Like that's the thing. And if you have a small account with like you'll see like the lot sizes I'm using sometimes are 005s, 005s, 005s. I'm scaling in small. Like look at these lots now. I just closed $200 profit, but like look at some of these lots. They're small, right? But I'm scaling in. Like see how I'm scaling in small entries. I'm gonna close those 55s, but I'll show you the other trades. For instance, the ones I closed, the bigger, a little bit bigger. Let's go to today. So default. So where were those? Like for instance, it's like the bottom ones, the 0.25s, but you can see I have some small ones. The ones that I have, like these are bigger ones, a bit bigger, like, but they're small trades. They could be big in a way because gold can move. Like if gold runs 100 pips, that would be 250, 250, 250, 250. You know, quick 12. Like, but even these small guys could turn into like another $300 profit, and I just made like light day. Like I had a good week. I'm up on the week. I took 8,000 to 12,600 this week. Capital increase. Yeah, I closed some positions, but have some entries. Maybe it sticks on the next hour or 15 minute. Maybe the next 15 minute sticks. I do that. I'll close like when I recognize an entry. I'll enter quick. Like I'll enter a quick lot or a quick like 0.7 something quick lot or two, so I can, you know, catch a quick profit. In case it comes back to the entry, then I can maybe evaluate if the trade's still there. Hopefully you guys were able to catch that. I took some profit on it. Took a little bit. Maybe this next 15 goes up. We'll see. Maybe it sticks. That's the term we like to use, if it sticks. It's always good to take some profit if you get a quick 30, 40, 50 pip move real quick on gold on one candle, you know. Up to you. You could close full or try to see if this 15 holds. Like, you know, we're starting New York early, and yesterday was New York buys, and we saw what happened with the market. Today, maybe we get New York buys again. You can see the 1 hour even like came down. There's still a market structure bullish on the 1 hour. If you look, last low here, higher high, like even if you look at the 1 hour, the way the 1 hour is coming down, like it looks like it wants to hold more trend up still. Well, that was quick. That's why it paid. Like some days, like you do the same thing every day at the same time, and it could be like that. Like some days it's slower. Some days you have to wait 2 hours. Some days, like we still might even have a setup between 8:30 and 9:30 again. Like if this doesn't stick, the market could come back, still find entries in this 2750 area, lower area. Pip and dip is, you press sell instead of buys. Bro, that's it. I'm done. We're ending the stream. Peace, guys. We're out. See y'all tomorrow. Psych. Psych. You press sell instead of buy. Why? I'm joking. Maybe the 30 closes bullish and we get another 30 up. Like the market could be in like an accumulation stage. Like where were we yesterday at this time? Remember where we were yesterday? We were buying yesterday at this hour. Well, going into like this hour, I'm pretty sure we were watching price. Remember 27.25 like here, and it ripped all morning, all day. Basically, the last 2 days have ripped up. Monday was pretty chill because it was inauguration day. So it was US bank holiday. Monday probably would have ripped up then. It probably would have found a sell. That's why it went up in the night. But you see, like yesterday was perfect. It came down and then it went up. Today's dropping into New York. We're more bearish coming into these hours. So it could be like a buy the dip situation. So with that strategy, so it's like, let's say for me, I have an 005. Like I look at how much money I'm risking. And I'm like, okay, like I'm willing to risk $100 on each position or $50 on one, 100 and I gotta show you a screenshot, for instance, that I put in Discord to explain it. Stop loss probably down here at the lows. There might be, so this is entry one. This is like the first setup I see. If the market comes in this area, we could reevaluate and see if there's even a different entry down there. But for now, it looks like 2750 is holding. If you were watching 2750 in the moment, you might have been able to catch this. Like if you look at 2750, you can see there was a break above it. Nice little pullback and snipe up, and then flush down to 45, which is what we were looking for last night. Yeah, maybe this holds. I'm still gonna hold. I'm gonna hold and see if we come to the high today. Where could you target this high? Or in these hours, if the market picks its direction, you can kind of hold through time. You can say, okay, like if New York establishes its direction, it's like, okay, I'm gonna hold till 10 o'clock. I'm gonna hold till 9:30. See how the market looks at 9:30. I'm gonna hold till 11. That's how you maximize a lot of times. Like for me, my biggest days trading have been with that mindset. My biggest profitable days, my $10,000, $20,000, $38,000 day was my biggest day with gold. My biggest trading days have been with that mindset. Like, okay, I know the market direction. I'm going to hold till this time. Those have been my biggest trading days. Is where I'm like, I'm going to hold till 11 a.m. I'm going to hold till 10:30 or 12. That's where I've maximized with that mindset, is not necessarily looking at how many pips I'm up, where the market is. I'm saying, okay, I'm going to hold till this time. Do candle patterns have the same meaning? Yeah, they do. But obviously when you're looking at a 4 hour, you have, there's a accuracy and frequency. You're going to see more candle patterns on a 15 and a 30-minute chart. You're going to see more engulfing candles on that time frame, or more shooting stars at different points. So some of them are going to work more short term. Maybe this holds. Maybe we stick above. It looks like 2750. Like if we clear the chart up for a minute, and we mark out some key levels, we got 2750 here, psychological number. I'm probably going to do a withdraw today, and I'll show you guys how fast it quicks hits on the broker I use. Because now I combine the last 3 weeks, and yeah, like I look at the balance increase. Like I just showed you guys how 8,000 is now 12,600. So I look at now I have 12,600. I don't look at, okay, yeah, I'm up 4,500 on the week. To me, that's average, normal for me. That's just a normal week. But I look at where the balance is now and how much more money capital wise I have. I mean, now I got 12 G's. If I put that into crypto, I would draw that and put that in the right cryptos. I could maybe 3x that 12 G's. That's how I look at things. I'm like, okay, I took 8, because I don't use funded accounts, by the way. A lot of you guys are unfunded. I've never used a funded account, so don't ask me about those. I just took 8 to 12. So now I'm like, okay, with the 12, if I put it in the right crypto, I get 2x, 3x. I don't need 10x. Maybe I 10x it. But with the right crypto, if I get even a 2, 3x, boom. That's a good, That's what I do. Yeah, it's looking like it's sticking on the 30. If the 30 closes bullish, the next 30 could go up. But yeah, when you look at the 1 hour on gold, 2750 psychological level. If you go on my YouTube videos, if you're new, some of you guys might be new, so I would check out my YouTube videos. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. I'll drop the Discord link in the chat. I can see some people already asking about it. If you look in the description of this YouTube, go to I think if you go to the description of this YouTube, it should be in there. If you want to join the Discord, I'll drop the link in the chat. Hopefully you guys caught that Bitcoin buy. Almost every week I've given you guys solid setups, whether it's on forex, crypto, gold, or the mix. Bitcoin buys were nice. That's something I really want to talk about right now, because if you trade Bitcoin, you don't have to even look at it if you're trading it every day, you want to pip and dip it, to be honest. But if you're trying to swing it, like catch moves like this, you don't want to be in the market. You want to be out of the market and just wait for the moments where price is quote unquote crashing and people are more fearful, freaking out, like 2 days ago. I love these scenarios and they've worked for me, and they're aggressive, but they only work if you do it. Like you know, they say buy the dip, right? And it might seem like a kind of aggressive approach, but it's worked for me a lot. It's worked for me a lot. So one of the strategies eventually one day I'm going to teach is understanding Bitcoin and understanding gold. But you'll learn a lot on these streams with it. And even just from this, you can take some of this knowledge and learn, because I made some good profit on this move so far. I got out. Typically, like when the market's dropping, people are panicking, right? And even when you look at this, when it was really dropping, when it came down here to this zone, it was really bearish if you were watching the market. These are the events or the scenarios you kind of just want to be on the sidelines for. Like, you don't even want to be in the market. Like, you just want to be chilling. And you see, like, oh, you see one of those posts on social media, this much liquidation just happened, Bitcoin crashes back. Like, you see people panicking. You kind of, like, you get used to seeing it over time and knowing the feeling of it. Like, okay, yeah, we're flushing out. I like to call it when we're flushing out. That's what we like. The term we like to use is when we're flushing out, right? When you get used to seeing it, you'll know when it's happening, when the market is flushing out. It's the term I like to use, all right? So it's kind of a place in time, though. You want to be on the sidelines. You don't want to be in a trade when this. If you're already in a trade and you get flushed out, you're gonna miss the buying opportunity or probably be too fearful to buy. You want to be like waiting on the sidelines for these moments when they happen every month. Maybe they happen a couple times a month, not every day. Well, there might be some weeks where there's more frequency, but you want to be waiting for these every month. These moments where you crash, people are panicking. That's where you set up for a nice buy. And Bitcoin took off like from that zone. So when we talk about demand is where people buy, right? When you look at a chart and you go back, demand is looking at the chart and seeing, okay, I can look here and see the price was bought because it went from here to here, right? And price actually came back to that same demand and it was bought again. So demand builds up, and you can see there was demand in the market here. And as the market graduates, creates more of these areas of demand, right? For instance, if we zoom out, there's demand right here. That is support. Because we can see from here, the market goes up to here. But if you notice, the market comes back to demand, right? relatively. So when you look at the price, it's being bought in here. It's being bought in relatively to where it's being bought in, right? The price is being relatively bought in where it's being bought in terms of demand, right? Here, we're being bought in here. Down here, we're being bought in right here, right? Demand, 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 right? Where's demand? Here. Where can you, so what was I looking at, the other day, right? When you think about this chart and you look at this chart in front of you, what do you see right here? What do you see right here? Right? Price pushes up. It tells you there's demand there in the market, right? You don't need indicators. You can read price and candles by seeing, like, I can see here buyers came in because price drove up to here. So when we come back, there's likely to be demand. You can do this concept on any time frame. When you start to go on a 1 hour, it gets more crazy, or a 30-minute, it gets a bit crazier there. If you go to Ethereum and you look at demand on Ethereum, all right, it starts down here. It starts right here. And it basically buys where it's relatively being bought in. If you do this on ETH, there's some moves, like there's demand in here. There's demand right here. Like look at the charts here. Demand. We'll do this on the black chart. I like doing this one on the black chart. This training. We'll go to the black chart in a minute. Is gold still pushing? Yeah, buddy. See, every time I go to like a crypto chart, I swear, like gold starts going up. So I like doing that. Gold's still pushing. Yep. It might have caught a wick there. Look at the 1 hour on my MT5. I'm looking at the 1 hour. It might have caught a bottom wick there on the 1 hour. You could hold the line. Might be a hold. Like yesterday, we were right about buys. And I've been saying, I think the market could go up till Thursday. Gold might go up till Thursday, and then it's Thursday, Friday sells if today doesn't keep pushing. Yeah, gold's pushing up. There's demand. You can spot demand. Like I could do a good trading on this on the other chart, the black chart. I see it better on the black chart for some reason. The ETH demand, it's interesting when you look at it, when you really look at the demand on ETH and you go and you look at where the buys come in. They always come in relatively where a buy comes in, relatively around at. And it's interesting when you work the way up on the chart and you look at where the buyers are coming in for ETH and you work it up. As you work it up, it's very interesting because here there's more that starts and it gets worked up to here and demand increases. Demand is increasing and then it comes back, see? Relatively to where it's been bought. Increasing demand. And then again, it's coming back relatively to where it's been bought. No, if you were on with me yesterday, I was saying watch out for sells. We're still bullish. If you're on yesterday morning, if you're on last night, and you took note, we were not bearish. We wanted pullbacks to look for buys. No. If you're on with me last night, I could have saved some of you. Should have been on last night and took note. Because sells, I mean, in this market, you got to understand where the sells will come from. Like higher highs can be aggressive. If you got wrecked on sells, last night we weren't looking for sells here. We were on last night. We were like, I was saying it's better to watch it. Just if it pulls back, then you look for buys. Or if it goes up, let it pull back and go for buys. I was saying sells are aggressive. It's better to In some cases, it's better to let the market just go up, find that retracement, then get the buy. Or let the market just drop so you can catch the buy. Like last night, if you were on with me, I was saying that in here. I was saying either we're waiting for the buy or the market's going to push up and we're looking for it to retrace for a buy. If you're on with me at 8:30 last night. If you were selling in here, you should have been on last night because we were talking about what we were looking for. I was saying sells, I don't really like the sells. It might, like it could at 27.50, but we were ultimately looking for it to get above 27.50. Gold pushing nice right now. That was a pretty good trade. It's up to you if you want to exit. If you got in gold, good job. Is there an entry? No, guys. You know, that was the entry. That's why I said I'm entering now. Down here. When I was at like 53, 54. You could, it's like yesterday's situation. You got to hold out. So we have support on the 1 hour. If you look at the candlestick behind us, it just closed bullish. That's called a hammer. Or some may call it as a pin bar. You call a pin bar a hammer, same thing. Bullish hammer, bullish pin bar on the 1 hour. So that shows there is support behind us. This candle just opened. If you want to see if it sticks for the next 55 minutes, you could. It's like yesterday. Remember yesterday? What was it? That level, 27.30, 27.29. It was like, if you remember yesterday, it was like if we need to get above here. Some of you guys might remember there was like if it gets above here type of level. So same thing today. If it gets like above here, you could have liftoff to like 27.70, 27.75. It's like similar to yesterday. Yesterday was buys around this time. We took buys yesterday, so we're 2 days in a row buys on gold. When were we selling gold? Take into consideration, guys. We were selling gold Thursday morning. And a lot of people were giving me heck in the chat Thursday morning for those sells. Was the right day, right time? Not so much the right time, depending on like I was in at 27.12 and closed. Where was it? No, not there. Where were we selling? Where's that candle? Oh, wrong day. Holy moly. We were selling like here. If I'm not, yeah, this candle, this green one. So I ended up getting an entry at 27.12. It was bad. But then I ended up getting entry at 27.15, 27.17, and 27.20. And I held that through. But on that session, I was saying 27.20, 27.25 would be second entries. We were selling on Thursday in here. That's the only sell I've taken lately on gold, to be honest. Like, maybe some little ones that I caught 5-10 pips real quick, but lately Thursday I was on stream selling. That's the only time I was selling gold, was that stream. It was a bit early. Yeah, right now it's like you would have, if you really want to see if gold sticks, it could push up in 53 minutes, the next 53 minutes if this 1 hour is to break. But we have resistance here at 26.60. The 5 minutes turning over. So it might come back for a re-entry. It could come back for a re-entry still. Like, be aware of that if you're in the trade. Like, that's why I exited some of my position. If it comes back, there could always be a re-entry. Like, that's why we could watch it. That's why partial taking profits not always a bad thing. Yeah, but it looks like there's resistance at 60, right? It's holding that like 60, 65 zone, 62. It could pull back for a re-entry. Like, market could still come back down to 50, 45 area, depending on what happens in the next like 30 minutes here with this 1 hour. El crypto. You want me the construction? Yeah. No, I have the window open. I don't know. I'll close the window. If I had a $200 account, personally, because it's like what you look at the money. Like how much do you value $5? Like, so okay, if I have $200, what is, so when it comes down to risk, it's like in trading, it's cost of operation. Trading's a business, so are you gonna risk $10 per trade? How much would that $10 affect you? And how often are you risking $10? Are you taking 2 trades a week? Like, what is your trading style? And what is your frequency and quantity of trades you're taking? Are you taking 2 trades a day? Or are you taking 2 trades a week? Identify that. Make a trading plan. There's a video on my YouTube where I talk about some of this stuff right here. So you should identify first, like, yeah, we might get a pullback. You could exit gold, exit partials, and maybe we look for re-entries. You can exit some partials just in case. The 30-minute, 21 minutes left on it. 21 minutes on this 30. So if this 30 doesn't break, then it'll probably pull back. So 20 minutes to really see if it pulls back or not. If it breaks up more or it pulls back. So if you're in here, you could be break even and still see, yeah, 20 minutes left if you got in. This 30 minutes is going to really dictate if it pulls back or not. It's making a wick right now. It's at that resistance. So it's like you got to identify for yourself your frequent, like how many trades are you taking per day or per week? Are you more of someone who's laid back, who's, going to go for 1 shot, 1 kills, maybe 2-3 trades a week at a certain time? Or are you someone who's going to take 2 trades a day, maybe scalp the market? Because there would be a difference between a person who's taking 2-3 trades a day versus a person who's taking 2-3 trades a week. If you have one person taking 2-3 a day, or maybe 1 a day even, it could be any number, versus someone who's taking 2-3 a week, they could both risk the same amount of money, but one's taking more trades. So at the end of the day, one's risking more. If it's a $200 account, you got to evaluate how many trades you're taking and how much that, let's say, cost of operation you can keep doing. Because if you're risking $5 per trade, right, at 2-3 times a week, your max risk for the week would be 10, supposedly that you lost every trade, right? If you lost every trade, your max risk for the week is $10 to $15, right? If you're risking $5 a trade and you're taking 2-3 a week, that means your bottom line for the week, you got to think of this, your bottom line for the week would be $10 to $15 if I lost every trade. So every week, my cost of operation would be $10 to $15 if this is my risk management plan. Now this one would be different because think about it, now it's $10 to $15 per day I'm risking. So at the same time, you have to evaluate what is $5 worth to you. Everyone's at different levels in life, maybe different circumstances, right? What is $5 worth to you on the balance? And also your capabilities of trading. Because me, I'd probably risk like $20 onto me. Because what $20 is worth to me versus the account balance, and maybe how many trades I would take. Depends on your personality too. But you got to look at how many trades a day or how many trades a week. Yeah, I'll close the window. Why don't I trade a funded account? I don't need it, and I just like to withdraw my money, my own rules. I can get funded myself. I don't need a funded challenge. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. You know how many people reach out to me asking me to trade for them? And I no, it's not worth my time. I could get funded. I'm at a different ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Like, Funded's great though. You can take advantage of higher capital. If it, to each their own. I don't really care for it. I could give you my perspective on it and give you tips on why you might struggle with it, why it's good and bad for traders at the same time. But you gotta identify, because if I'm taking 2-3 trades a week, I'm willing to up my risk because I know the operation is fewer. Right? I'm only taking 2 trades a week, so my bottom line is X amount if the 2 trades lose, right? Or if I'm taking 2 to 3, bottom line is if I'm risking $2,000 per trade, maybe 5. If it's 2, maybe a 5K trade, maybe more depending on the account size. If I'm willing to blow the account, gotta identify those types of things too, right? And you get better at that through time. But I think everyone's different with personality. There's some people who are more edgy. They 2-3 trades a day, scalping. That's what pip and dip would be more this. Like, okay, you caught a trade like right now, it goes up a quick 30-40 pips, you're out. Come back to the market another time and see what it's looking like. If you're taking 2-3 trades a day, you could focus on a session, like watch a session like right now. Look for a trade in New York session, or you could go to the market at different times and look for pip and dips or some trades you could hold. There's a lot of different ways to approach the market. When can we get in a buy? We already got in one. We're holding it right now. We're already in buys, so we already caught a trade. Hopefully you guys, we're up like 60 pips, I think. Yeah, I'm up like 60 on one entry. I'm up almost 70 pips because I caught 53. 27.53, 27.54. We're in buys right now. We already caught profit, closed partials. Some people close their trades. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be done for the day on those buys. Yeah, we started like an hour ago for anybody who just jumped on. So we're already in buys on gold down here. Pretty much at this point would be break even. Or if it comes back, small profit, maybe re-entries happen. Maybe there's a re-entry, but the 30 minutes so far, still got 14 minutes on. We need the 30 minute to close more bullish. The 1 hour was a solid close, pin bar. But pullbacks, if we're not really waiting on anything, we're watching to see if gold continues. If there's anything we're waiting on, maybe a re-entry. If it comes back down, I'll close the window. My boy in the chat, he got that's funny. El Crypto. We're on to see if gold keeps pushing because some of us have positions. Crying Crypto had a big week. I'm trying to have go look at the week. I posted my week there on Twitter. I mean, this pullback on the 5 minute, maybe it holds and flips up. Overall, gold's still bullish because look at what's happening in the east. There's rising tension. I'll close the window. I know. I'll be back. Give me 90 seconds. All right. All right. gold's still bullish, and we're in January. If you look at gold seasonality, if you study gold for the last 20, 30 years, you'll see January, February, March tend to be bullish for it. So if you go on the gold chart and you mark out December, basically like the new year, the first quarter of the year, for gold tends to be bullish. Many, many years. During, after, or even around like December going into January, you go study gold, and you look at like December, New Year time. This is a time of the year where the market can uptrend. Not every year. That year, no. But most years on average, gold tends to be more bullish in this season. And there's a lot of rising conflict in the world. Well, there's been. There's definitely been. This time of the year, like going into February, the market tends to push. We usually see like going into end of January, February, if you really go study gold. So maybe that's underway still, like longer term, but we're obviously at pretty much all-time highs here, like one of the highest prices. It could be end of the week sells though, like realistically Thursday, Friday sells might make more sense. Maybe tomorrow, maybe if we push up tomorrow still, like look at that daily candle around 27.75. If we look left, we're testing here, so we are testing a level left side. We can see to the left here, big pullback that ends up coming down to like here. Any like big retracements at this level like could just set up for another run up potentially. How we doing? Hopefully you guys caught that trade though. Yeah, we already caught a trade. We already caught a trade, guys, on gold. We'll watch it. Maybe this is a 5-minute re-entry, but right now gold's been in an uptrend. I think Thursday, Friday might be sells. When you look at end of the week, that's usually where maybe things happen. Broker, a lot of people asking USA. I use one that's internet. I'll show you today how fast the withdrawals are. I'll do a withdrawal today and I'll drop it in Discord and show you. I'll put the link in the chat for anybody who wants to check it out. I'll show you how it works. It's quick. It's pretty quick. It's depending on the amount you're using, like it could be same day or next day usually. Obviously if it's like larger amounts, maybe it takes like a day or two, like maximum, not even two. Pretty quick, but for USA, I don't know, folks. That I don't know. If you're hot, if you caught the buys down here and some people closed already, that could be a pip and dip for the day. Profitable day again. Yesterday and today. We still have tomorrow and Friday. Check it out. Quick withdrawals. If you trade on MT5. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I'm gonna exit. This 15-minute looks like it's turning around, so I'm gonna close the positions and maybe just look for a re-entry. If we come back down, watch the market between 8:30 9:30 a bit. Maybe just go over some more information. But that was a good profitable day. Quick one. Nothing crazy, but that's trading. You just clock in, you can clock out quick. If you go to work every day, let's say some of you guys have a 9-to-5 job, you go to work every day, what do? You clock in at the same time, you clock out at the same time, right? And you do the same job, right? Trading, you can clock in at the same time, and it can be quicker some days, slower some days, right? And that's the beauty of trading it. Obviously I'm not knocking a job. great thing. It's always good to have a source of income. But you go to work every day, and we go to the chart. We go to the charts every day, right? We don't have to. We don't have to trade every day to be a profitable week. You could go to the market every day. Like taking it's Wednesday now, and we were profitable yesterday and today. Tomorrow's Thursday. Half the week, more than half the week is done. Like if you didn't trade Monday, if you only trade 4 days a week, and you're profitable 2 days in the week, that's half your week profitable, right? $4. That's just, you know, $4. Keep it like that. Might be a re-entry might come. For now, 27.50 might hold on gold. We talked about that last night and in Discord. That's where we literally caught entries on that candle. I closed full positions already. Maybe we get a re-entry. Maybe market sets up again, or we just see, because if you look at the 1 hour here, could come down even to here, back to like 27.50 for a retest. A little spring off that area. It tried to already, you see. That's where we caught the buy. May try to come back to 27.50. So if anything, well, maybe we wait for that, see if the market comes back to 27.50 and good reaction there. We still could be bullish till tomorrow, Friday. If you look at gold, pretty much the last 4 weeks, I think 5 weeks now. I'll show you something. Friday. Well, Thursday going into Friday. 1, 2, 3, and then even down here was Friday for buys. Thursday, Friday. The whole week went down. So I'll show you guys something real quick. If the whole week goes down, potentially end of the week buys. If the whole week goes up, I think this is Christmas week. Yeah, it's Christmas, Monday, Tuesday. Showing you guys some key stuff right now, by the way. So make sure you guys subscribe, join the Discord, smash the like button. I post my analysis markup signals. Like I'll post signals here and there in the Discord, do live trading here. One day I'll probably open like a signals group where I put more active signals daily, but stay tuned for now. We'll be here live every day, all 2025. Just stay tuned. Come on the sessions, stay in the Discord. I've been dropping charts every week that have played out, and every session we've been on point so far. Look at Fridays. So what I'm thinking maybe this week, you know, every week, 4 or 5 weeks in a row, gold's been more sells like Thursday going into Friday. Literally even like last week it was like perfect. Like last week, literally Thursday, Friday sells. So this week's really pushing up. Might be a similar thing. Like we're already starting like this week. Where does this week start? Like here. Friday sells like literally the beginning of the week's all up. You can see literally like 4 weeks in a row. Like we're going on to 5 weeks now, bullish every week. Even Christmas week, that little one down there. So it's like a bullish market structure more. If you get like a big correction on gold, that could happen, I think, more tomorrow towards the end of the week. Yeah, I closed the full position. It's better to wait maybe for a 27.50 or lower. But a lot of people are selling gold because it's high. I get that. I think you gotta time it better with like the weekly flow in a situation like this. Like, okay, more the end of the week. But yeah, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. Crypto is going crazy right now. Some big news. El Salvador. I trade crypto. I trade Bitcoin. I'll only trade Bitcoin. It's good on MT5, but there's a strategy I use. I don't just put one position at one price. I'd say Bitcoin's a little bit trickier than gold because it's more volatile. Way more volatile than gold. So if I'm entering a trade, it's more like I'm entering at different prices. I'm not entering full position at one price. Like let's say you're going to do a 0.2 or something like that. So instead of putting that at one price, it's like, okay, let me see if I can get an entry at 105. If it goes a bit below, let me see if I can get another entry. So maybe I do an 005 instead of a 0.2 at one price. Another 005, like breaking down entries, because it can have a lot of volatility. If you like crypto, I do crypto markups too inside the Discord. Yeah, see, I was expecting a pullback there. We'll chill on gold, look for another setup, or hopefully you guys exit before that pullback happened. I said I was closing full position for any of you guys who caught it. And hopefully no one re-entered higher. Like I said, chill. But a lot of news in crypto. El Salvador, they're gonna buy 1 Bitcoin every single day. They've already started. So El Salvador is gonna buy 1 Bitcoin every single day. They've already started 5 days ago, 4 days ago, 3 days ago, 2 days ago, 1 day ago, 8 hours ago, and then they're gonna do today. A nation that's already accepted and adopted Bitcoin. Basically the first country that really was to do, the first like government and country president that basically put in a reserve, has a stockpile of it, right? Like every country, really, US has a stockpile of it, but they bought it. They literally were buying Bitcoin, announced we're buying Bitcoin for our treasury, for our country. And their portfolio's fat. Fat. They up. El Salvador up. Congrats to them, but they're also paying off a debt. Isn't that interesting? But they're gonna buy 1 Bitcoin a day. They just bought another 12. And now they're gonna buy 1 every day. And Bank of America, despite all the stuff they say, or JP Morgan, not Bank of America, JP Morgan says a lot of bad stuff about Bitcoin, but Bank of America, interesting, they're embracing. So this is one word I'll use, is embracing here. Embracing it. You even see what it says here. JP Morgan, CEO of Jamie as Bitcoin as currency for criminals and fraudsters. I think we're past that stage by now, right? I think we're really past that stage. I mean, what's currency used for? What do people use dollars? Like, it's so contradicting himself, because like the same. Oh man, yeah, it's funny. So watch what like they say, not what they do, or watch what they do, not what they say. All right, backwards. Yeah, we went over crypto yesterday, guys. Well, on Trump's inauguration, I mean. Caught a buy, gave that out. So crypto analysis, crypto markups, gold, forex, all in the Discord. Join the Discord. Jerome Powell calls Bitcoin digital gold. Jamie Dimon, Bank of America. Well, Bank of America embraces it. Bank of America is good. What do I want to pull up here? What am I looking for real quick? So just, where is it? It should be here. There it is. So we know, like I just said, El Salvador is going to be buying 1 a day. On top of what they already have. 1 per day. If you understand Bitcoin, I'm not going to go through all the, supply halving stuff. I'm going to go through all the boring stuff right now. It's not even boring. It's exciting if you really understand it down to its core, of how every 4 years the halving supply gets cut in half with how much Bitcoin comes out per day. They're buying 1 a day. 4 years from now, only so much Bitcoin is going to come out per day. And then in 4 years from that, only so much Bitcoin is going to come out per day, right? Only a bit over a million addresses have more than 1 Bitcoin. Think about how many people are in the world. All right, put that together, and you should kind of understand some of the supply and demand metrics may be coming. Yeah, here it is. So this is good because you got Bank of America too here, embracing it. We've already heard Jerome Powell call it digital gold, and you got Bank of America. So it's if it's one thing, like think about boomers, like my parents bought like my dad bought a house for under 100K. Now the house is worth like $1 million. Like I think we all might have, some of us might know people like that story, right? Um, like my dad, for instance, or family members I know were able to purchase homes under 100K, 28K, 40K, 50K maybe, right? When we look at boomers, maybe re-entry on gold, maybe re-entry, we'll see it. Something to think about. Obviously, the price of Bitcoin's expensive. It's out of. Well, I'm gonna check gold. Yeah, I see what you guys say in the chat. Maybe I'd rather see 2750 to be honest. And see if price reacts there, more in that zone, closer to it. Yeah, the price is over 100K. That's expensive. Exactly. Yeah. So I think it's meant to be. Even if Bitcoin dropped to $80,000 today, it would still be expensive, right? Even if it dropped to 75,000, it's still expensive. It's always been looked at expensive. Like some things to think about. Blows my mind, yo. Blows my mind. So if you're getting into crypto, like how I started in crypto is I made goals for myself. Like I had a goal to get to 1 Bitcoin, or I had a goal to get to 10 Ethereum, something like that, right? A goal, a number, like, okay, my goal with crypto is to get to 1 Bitcoin, or my goal with crypto is to get to 5 Ethereum, and hold that, a goal. Because as you're making a goal like that, and as you're going and heading towards that goal, eventually one day you'll be in more of a profit, right? As you doing a goal like that, instead of just randomly buying some meme coin or altcoin. Meme coins are great though. I've made money on coins that have no purpose. Like, so that's the thing about crypto, is you can make money on things that suck. Well, there's also things that suck that just go to complete zero. Like there's projects that mean nothing, like meme coins, like WIF, Doge, the Trump coin. I made some money on that. That was fire. Personally, let's go to the gold chart. Like I said, 27. That's better to wait. Let gold come down. See where it's at. Maybe between 830 and 930, like I was saying before. Let it do its thing for a bit. Yeah, we're coming close. Like I said, I wouldn't re-enter until it's maybe near 2750. New York sells right now. This area around 2750. Maybe we get another scalp. We already caught one move. Potential re-entry, maybe coming around 2750 for gold. But yeah, most people kind of like get into crypto and don't really think like that. Like, oh, what is my goal here long term? Like, and they don't look at the prize. Like, a little reaction there out that wick. Like, I think a good goal would be, let me get to 1 Bitcoin in my life, right? Goals like that. 2750. Yeah, I'm trying to get a buy at 2750. Unfortunately, we just hit 2751. Pretty close. We might get reactions like that, little pip and dips. So 2750, the whole number. I like to use whole numbers. Let me check the chat. How we doing? I sold Bitcoin at $100 back in the day. Wow, I didn't even know about Bitcoin at $100. I didn't know it existed. If you have a $100 account and you made $60 for the day, call it a day, because you got to look at the account size. That's, yeah, it's only $60. However you look at that $60, it's not necessarily, to me, a lot of money. But the capital increase is there. If you can get good at doing that every week, like you go to you take 100 to 160, the job's done. You just almost doubled the account. If you get good at that, like practicing that punch, you might get good at doing it with $200 accounts one day, and then work your way up, get more confident. If you're doing it on 100, realistically, if you're being realistic, that's like going from 1,000 to 600. I like this area for gold. Same thing I even said yesterday, like 2750, 2745, I think it was. 2750, 2745 area for gold. We get a bounce like we just got. I think I would, if you start the month with a 5K account, you know, like that's to go to 5K. It's possible. It's possible. That's more looking for consistent growth monthly. You'd have to make a solid trading plan, stick to it, and follow that plan. Like trade at the same time, look for the same setup, and not just be consistent with your trading plan. Let's see what gold's doing. Yeah, maybe we're setting up for a buy like yesterday. Yesterday we caught nice buys. That was a quick one we caught. That's why I like to take those partials, get out if I get those quick moves, because you see, you can always get a pullback, maybe a re-entry. I mean, I didn't hit 2750 there. Come on, close. I had like a order there. It wants to come. Like if you have a starting account, it's finding like what you're willing to risk on the trade. Like for me, if I have a $5,000 account, I'm risking $500 on the first trade. That's 10%. Some of you guys may be, that's crazy, but for me, that's a comfort zone for me. That's that's the fine balance between, okay, it's meaningful, but I can afford to lose it, right? Yeah, if you re-entered, good job, man. I missed 2750 there. Close, close. I think it's setting up for buys though. $27.50. It's a whole number. The market likes 50s, like 25s, 50s, 75s or zeros, fives, like halves. I'd say buy between now and 2752, even 2750 area. We might not get that 20, like it pretty much hit 2750. Kind of like what we did the first trade. Like if you get an entry like now, and if it comes back, like try to scale in. That's what I like to do, like scale in on the trade. That could work out more in this scenario. If it doesn't tap 2750, really was looking for it to tap 2750 there, but yeah. I'm in gold. Pip and dip. You'll learn it like when you understand gold, and we have a strategy. Like I couldn't go over it fully right now, especially because I'm in a trade and I got like it's definitely a multitask. But pip and dip's kind of what we just did. We entered a trade, and within 15 minutes, 30, like the market ran 50, 60 pips. So it's like, all right, pip and dip. It's like a mindset, but with gold, the way we work gold and the way we look at price and candles, we can find those types of moves. You might be good, like find a balance that you can operate with. Trading is like a cost of operation, so you want to continue, like it's continuously risking something, right? So there's an operating cost. You got to kind of look at your bottom line. I see some questions in the chat. So I'll use an account, honestly, for the week sometimes. Like, that's not too big for me. It's a good size that I know if I flip it, I can make money on it. I can have a good week. And if I lose half the account, I know I'm not hurt. I know I can keep operating, right? So I'm a bit higher risk trader. Probably in March, holding a lot of Bitcoin right now. What's Bitcoin doing? Maybe we look at Bitcoin and it pumps. Bitcoin, a little flush down. New York buys maybe. Bitcoin looks bullish to me, but Bitcoin's price action looks more bullish to me. We're above 100. Is this the longest we've been above 100? Right? It's the longest we've stayed above 100, right? Like, that's the longest we've maintained above 100K. Yeah, because this went up, down, down, down. A little bit stayed like up here, but yeah, this is the longest we've stayed above 100. Yeah, some of you guys, like, if anybody's learned from me, let them know in the chat. Like, spend a month or two with me. Spend 3 months with me, and you'll have some breakthroughs. Spend a couple months. Above 100 is good. Realistically, when you look at Bitcoin, for those asking, this is the longest it's stayed above 100, which is good. Shows there's demand now more above 100, but that means there's a lot of buying below 100 at the same time. That's the longest it's pretty much looking like it's stayed above. You could see there's obviously demand there. So ideally in this scenario where the market currently stands, like, it's kind of retesting 105 right now on this 4 hour. It looks like a little bit below 105. Above 100 is good. Like, price could drop, but it looks like even if it drops down, like, it might just come back down to test 100 again and maybe maintain above 100K. For now, it looks like that, at least the way price action is here. Remember, yeah, I did say gold in January is a buy. And I should have just held all my buys. Today I'll probably do, I had a good week, so I'll probably do a withdrawal. I'll show you. Quick withdrawals. Oh yeah, we're in a little bit of profit again, like a little bit of pips. 10 pips. Not a lot. 10-ish, 20 pips. This would be like pip and dip. Like, when you get an entry and you're quick and profit, you dip it, like pip it, dip it. It's just my kind of slogan for trading. I've been saying it for years. But yeah, still might be like, I still like entry on gold. I think we'll probably get a move up. Looks like it's trying to correct. This is the biggest 4 hour yet. Between now and 9:30, it'll probably give a move set up. So now we're at 8:30. So between now and 9:30, if it goes down more, what I'm saying is, like, it could go down more, but we'll probably get this moves soon. Potentially. Pip and dip, pip and dip. USD CAD running, dollar running today. From the looks of it. Solana's having a lot of attention. Look at that. It's a big week, honestly. Big week. Crazy week ahead for crypto. 3 days. 3 days, I think it is. Tell me about this. A massive wave of crypto ETF filings have been revealed, with many submitted right after Gary Gensler resigned as SEC chairman. The timing is no coincidence. Look at what they got on here. More Solana. So They added, if see where it says Grayscale Solana Trust, everything below there was just added. Grayscale Solana Trust, everything. So everything above has been, you know, since like summertime. But everything above, you could see some of the dates. First deadline here, where it says first deadline. So a lot of them are coming to their first deadline. You could see right here. Well, one did right there. So you have one. So there's 4 right here coming up. Oh, my Lanta. Bruh. How to get pissed off. I'm gonna throw my laptop. You got... Alright, can you chill? You just chill for a second? There we go. You got some Solana ones coming up. You got 4 Solana ones coming up. 1, 25, 25. So January 25th, January 25th, January 25th, January 25th. And then a Bitwise Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF on January 30th. That's the deadline. Hopefully they get approved. If they get approved, the market could either just fucking rip, or the market's gonna go for a sell by the dip scenario. Because if it's positive news, a lot of times on positive news, the market will drop and create a buy because they know it's positive news and they know later on this is going to just make the market go up. And then second deadline, yeah, those are first. So that's why Solana is ripping, and if those get approved, Solana could just rip past $300 probably. But a lot got added. You might be surprised to see which ones got added here. Bonk, Doge, and Trump. Meme coins, 3 meme coins got added to an ETF. So things have, I guess, the Trump meme coin, there's been a lot of hate towards it, a lot of love, like a lot of crypto people don't like it, but it might have just boosted the meme ecosystem. It might have just turned memes into like not like a more legit thing as much as like what they already are. Like I don't like, it's definitely interesting. Or they're looking at the market cap of Doge and they're like, Doge has a $54 billion market cap. If we can get Trump coin to that, Trump coin would be at like $250 if it gets to the market cap of Dogecoin, right? If we were at the market cap of Dogecoin right now, we would be at $276. So obviously it's definitely interesting times. You got a Bonk and Doge ETF coming out. So I bought some Bonk. I converted, what did I do? I converted a bit of, because I made some Solana on Trump. So I converted a bit of that Sol that I made to Bonk. And like a little bit of my Pepe to Bonk. I'm still going to keep Pepe. You never know. But I guess I'm a Bonk holder now. What do you know? What do you know? Might as well just go for the ride now. Never know, Bonk. Maybe I'll go for the ride. But you got some, XRP. You could obviously see different names. That's memes. You can obviously see good names here. Bitcoin ETF, XRP. You see a lot of XRP on here now. Man, everybody, no, man, I'm doing this. I'm gonna be on YouTube for the rest of 2025, guys. If you just plug in here, like everyone's asking me. It's been 3 weeks. Take a hint, guys. Trying to be nice, but I'm like, man, every day I'm like, I haven't said anything because I won't. I'm not like that. I'm not gonna. Yeah, nice buys. We're in profit. Broker I use is in the chat. I'll put it again. I'm gonna do a withdraw today. Show you guys it's quick with crypto, so maybe I can get more Bonk. If you're international, it's really good. Maybe we hold. Yesterday we caught buys. Today we caught. That's round 2. We just caught a buy here. Round 2. Maybe it sticks. No, I'm not anymore. Everything I learned to go. Yeah. I hope you guys take what you need from the sessions and discard the rest. I might go over a lot of different things. You know, take what you need, discard the rest. But yeah, we've been live since 7 a.m. for anybody who just jumped on. We caught a buy already on gold. But we've been streaming for a couple weeks now. Views have been going up. Oh wow. Oh, nice. I didn't even look at the views, to be honest. I haven't even seen them. I gotta look at that stuff. Some of the nights where like no one's, like last night we went over some key stuff. We didn't get too many people on. I'm on every day. There goes gold. Pip and dip, P and D. That sounds weird. I don't like that way that sounds. P and D. I don't know why. Overall 2750. Like the way price structure looks right now is like it wants to flip, but it could still accumulate to get that. Like it's. Yeah, like it's not the cleanest price we're getting here. Like it's making bottom wicks. It's literally trying to go lower to find buys. From the looks of it, it's trying to go lower. That's why you're getting those bottom wicks there. I don't. This is kind of there's some trend line liquidity there built up. I'm reading price right now, like it looks ugly. Like I'm like, the 15 minute looks ugly AF, but the 1 hour is like, because it wanted to go lower here. It tried to go lower. You could take some partials again, like partials it. Try to, again, it's still the same scenario as you've been in partials. Maybe look for re-entries, depending on if the market holds. Because it could. That was a good buy. That was a good scalp. If you want to scalp it, it could still come back from the way price looks. Otherwise, you'd have to hold for the next 30 minutes to see if this flips. You'd have to hold till like 9:30. Try to hold till 9:30 to see if it flips. Not the cleanest price action here, but nice buy, nice entry. You can go break even. I'm up. Live trading, got a good entry. See, it's the same trade we took the first time. That's why I exited the first time. Like, you got a quick move, and that's just from understanding gold. You'd have to hold through this next like 5 minute, 15 minute, like yesterday. It might be the same situation yesterday. We might have bought the dip. Yesterday we bought, and it ran up for the whole day. Good buys. If I hold these for the day and it rips like yesterday, it would be a really good day. Anyone catch those? Hopefully you guys caught those. Should have went full. Could have went full lot. It's a big trade if I hold it and it rips up to like 27.65. But now we're definitely doing withdraw today. I'll show you guys how fast they hit. And for those of you guys who are international, I want to trade gold with me. I'll put the broker in the chat. If you want to trade gold, keep learning. If you're in the Discord, I'd stay in it. Join the Discord until one day I might make the Discord just private. It's crazy because there's people faking accounts of me now already. I just made that. Uh, you guys, if I ever, you guys will hear from me in Discord. That's the Discord. That's where I communicate with you guys, or on this YouTube. Anyone can join the Discord. It's free to the public, free to the world. Yeah, BTC's red, but I don't care. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. If I have to take an L, if I have to take an L on it, gold's in profit. I'm still in profit on the week. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. No worries there. That's no worries. Yeah. Small entries. I'm gonna try to swing those, see if it goes long term. But we're up 700. Probably then I'm up like 800 on gold. Good trade on gold. There's 50 pips. You could go break even, try to hold it till 9:30 or past 9:30 and see if this is the direction for the day. I'm going to close partials on this trade. We caught literally the bottom there. And leave the small ones break even. Close my bigger entries, like my 0.3s in this half lot. Couple 0.3s here, half lot. Close some of these guys. Pip and dip. That's what pip and dip is, guys, right there. I just took partials, but I'm still holding bottom entries still. Small guys. We'll see if this rips. If you took it, good job. If you didn't, you learned something, maybe. And just know I've been doing this for 10 years. And if you didn't take it and you're like, I didn't take the trade, what am I doing wrong? You got a long time to learn stuff too, right? The trading journey is kind of like planting a tree. It's like it's a seed at the beginning. Or like if you ever heard the analogy of the Chinese bamboo tree, how it stays underground for 3-4 years and then in a couple months it grows like hundreds of feet tall. It's kind of like that, where once you acquire the skill set, the right knowledge and experience, and you have some confidence in yourself, you could be on the charts for 3 years and make no money. And then in the 4th year, you make a lot of money because all that 3 years you spent grinding out the charts, it pays out that 4th year, 5th year, right? So don't overwhelm yourself if you didn't catch that trade and now you're watching the market and you're like, oh my God, it's going up, and you're maybe emotional. It's okay. That's going to happen with or without me, whether I call a trade or you take a trade on your own. It's going to happen, right? Whether you're taking a trade on your own, and I was saying something yesterday because someone asked a question like, how do I get better at holding my winning trades? You got to evaluate the situation and understand it's going to happen again, right? What emotions you go through, you got to be prepared to, okay, this isn't the only time I could face a situation like this or whatever. Whether it's like FOMOing into a trade, or you went against your rules and you took a wrong trade, or you blew an account, or any emotional scenario, you may have to expect it to happen again. And we had a good discussion yesterday because someone asked a question yesterday on, like holding my trades longer. We can go over that again, or maybe I'll look at new questions in the chat today. How long did it take me to be profitable? Like 4 years. I'll explain it. In 4 years of trading, it went like this. That was my first. Let's just say this is my first 4 years of trading. It went in circles, ups and downs. So the thing about being profitable is progress is key. So they say practice makes perfect. Practice makes progress, right? So throughout your progress, you're going to identify periods of progress. You're doing something for a year. In that year, you're going to have times where you're profitable, and then maybe you lose that profit. And then you're going to have periods. Like for me, it was, I'd have months where I was profitable, lose it all, start over again. Okay, what did I do wrong? Okay, I would identify, okay, where was the success in that period? Maybe I was trading for 4 months, and in that 4 months, I was profitable, but then in 5 months, I wasn't. But I would look at, okay, there was progress in that 4 months, right? I saw progress, so I'd look for the progress in there, because it was basically like this for me. It was basically like going in upward circles and down, right? Over and over again. So there's periods where you'll have to identify those two. Like, okay, like most people look at success and failure as two opposites, but where you'll become a success is from your failures. Your success will be built, founded. A foundation of your success will be basically like a calluses or cemented with your failures, your mistakes, right? So most people will be like, I'm a failure. Because they look at failure and success and don't realize it takes those to get better. It takes maybe those periods of down. But you got to look at the periods of, you can't get so down on yourself if you have, let's say you trade for 6 months and you do really good for 6 months. And then you go on a rut. You go on a bad trading spree. And that could be normal, right? That can happen. But you got to look at inside of that 6 months, like, okay, where was the progress? I was good here. Okay, I did this right. I did this right. I saw this. I was profitable here. What did I do wrong, right? You got to learn to go through it, around it, right? You got to learn to go underneath it, find a way through it, find a way around it, find a way underneath it, maybe jump above it. When you find progress and success, when you find results, you see progress in something, you focus on that. But there may come a day where all that feels triumphed and you lose it all, or you don't feel like you're doing something wrong, right? That's normal. Even I still go through a bunch of crazy stuff. That's why many traders overtrade, because they feel like when they're not doing something, they're doing something wrong. So like if you're not trading, you might look at other people on social media, you might see other people in, whatever chats you're in or this and that and stuff. You might look at like another guy or girl on social media and you might be like, what am I doing wrong? I'm not like if you're not taking trades. So that's why a lot of people FOMO into the market when they're not in trades. They might feel like they're missing out or they're doing something wrong. So if you're not taking action, you might feel like you're doing something wrong. But over time, you develop character in trading. I'll tell you, for anybody who's a new trader, if you trade the next 2-3 years, you'll be an entirely different person 2-3 years from now because of trading. Yeah, like maybe we flip up. Like we're still bullish on price action, but a lot of wicks on there's some 1 hour there. It was trying to grab some lower prices there. It's still, I think, trying to get in that area. Like you could see twice now. I don't. There's someone I know told me an analogy. It's not good to rob the same bank twice. And we just did. We just robbed the same bank twice. So you could call it a day, take profit. Like we caught this buy, this buy. I might just call it a day, wrap it up. Easy day for today. We still have tomorrow, right? It's still good buys in the area. What I'll do is I'll update it in Discord. I'll just post a chart in Discord. But it might stick. If anything, you're break even right now, or if it comes back to entry, close and evaluate. Not right away when it comes back to entry. Like wait a bit. Notice how when it came back, I waited a little bit, chilled out. Maybe reevaluate if it does come back down that area. See how price looks. Watch it. Still could get a move up potentially today. Still like it. This has been my life. Like I sit at home, watch videos all day. I've been to a lot of events, seminars, community around a lot of people. I started when I was 17 watching personal development videos. So how I got into trading, when no one knew me and I didn't know what trading was, but I started studying personal development. How I got into trading was actually because I started watching videos of Bob Proctor. That's not Proctor, no. How I got into trading was because 10 years ago, I didn't know what trading was. I was still in high school. I started watching this guy's videos. And I didn't see a video on trading, but because I started watching this, it just made me start thinking differently. So I just started thinking differently. So this is how I started getting into trading. Was I started watching this guy, Bob Proctor, and it started making me think different. And because I started thinking different, I found trading. I saw, well, crazy enough, he lives in my building. We both live in the Shangri-La. We live in a hotel in the Shangri-La. Crazy enough, full circle moment. The guy who I saw trading, he lives upstairs in the same building as me. I saw him trading and I hit him up and I was like, yo, like I gotta learn this. So kind of like probably how most of you guys get into trading. You might see someone else trading. But for me, it was starting with personal development because honestly, I owe it to starting personal development, because if I didn't start personal development, I wouldn't have started thinking differently and like realizing like I want to make money. Like I want to do something big, maybe find a different route, think outside the box. So when I was 10 years ago, every day I would watch this guy and Ty Lopez. Every single day, Ty Lopez. I would literally watch Ty Lopez every day. He just interviewed Michael Saylor. That's a good video. Only 100K views. He was like king of YouTube. Like he was like 71 million views 10 years ago though. Like this guy was like the king of YouTube. He's really knowledgeable. Like a lot of people hate him, but yeah, look at this guy. I would watch his videos. Like I watch this. I don't really watch his videos anymore. Yeah, I kind of dragged out from him, but I used to watch him. Like I liked his videos a while ago, and then from there you branch out. You see other guys. There's obviously Gary Vaynerchuk, people like that, Jim Rohn. My favorite, who's old, is Les Brown. If you want to get into personal development, Les Brown's great. That's probably my favorite. I saw him speak live once. Company I was just working for had him at an event. Les Brown, listen to him. Les Brown's great. I don't know. Right now, who am I listening to? David Goggins. So I don't listen to right now. I'm just on David Goggins. Yeah, like we could still potentially find the 50, 74. Yeah, honestly, you could close since it's pulling back and monitor the market around this zone now, because like I said, we don't want to get greedy, guys. Market could flip up, but still sticking with the same bias for the day. We're probably gonna wrap it up in like, let's wrap it up in like 20 minutes. Quick day today. I'm gonna close. Call it a day, you know. Happy with the day. I'll take it. I'll take it. Hopefully you guys were able to squeeze in. Like, a market could still hold. You could be break even. Like, what could you do at this point? You could be break even, because remember yesterday we had entries that if we held, we would have been up. Right now we'd still be up. We'd be up 200 pips on those entries. You could still hold for break even. Market could come back and still offer same entry. Like, if it holds this low. So right now we have a low here, right? That just sprung up. So right now you'd want this 5-minute to flip here or in this zone, right? You'd want this 5-minute to literally start flipping up from around this area. Otherwise it's gonna probably take out the low, come back to like 2750. See? You'd want this current structure, since we took out this low and we went down, like, you'd really want this pullback to flip up. If it doesn't, it'll come back down to 2750, 2745. I'm fully closed gold, full profit. I'm out. Full positions out. I got this damn Bitcoin buy. I'll probably look for a re-entry if it comes back or lower. But guys, we literally caught this move. Literally caught this move. 2 moves. Usually it's 1. And sometimes it's a longer hold. But market, if the market gives me a quick move like that, I'll get out. This could still maintain and hold, potentially. Or like I said, even last night we wanted this and it came there already. Might try to come one more time. So keep an eye on that if you're still looking for a trade, but I'm gonna call it a day. See, I got out before that candle. Happy. That's why I'll pip and dip, get out when I notice moments of like profitability being there. You don't gotta get emotionally attached. I don't think I can. It's literally coming back to where we entered. So you could monitor this. Keep an eye on the price action, because we could still be bullish for the day, guys. Took some re-entries on gold, Bitcoin. I closed I closed at like 106. I closed, where was it? I closed, but I re-entered here. I closed on this candle, and then I looked at it like 30 minutes later and I was like, damn, I should have held. But yeah, I closed the Bitcoin buys like on this candle. I mentioned that last night when it was literally like at the same price. Bitcoin could be setting up again. I would say, what are we at? 104 right now. Like I said, above 100 is good for demand. 102.5 would be pretty much the next demand zone, like right here. This red, see this red candle I'm about to mark? Like right in here. Maybe it holds that for the day, that area for Bitcoin. We get out of this zone. Yeah, to be hungry. Why do I wear? No reasons. I just decided to leave. You know, I'm turning 29 years old this year, and there's other goals for myself. I've accomplished a lot of my goals. By the time I was 25, I accomplished a lot of my goals. So, like, in terms of growth, at times you gotta take steps back to grow, to get a higher reach of growth. I've already accomplished most of my goals in life. So how do I get to the next level? How do I get to, 100 mil? You gotta take steps back. You can't get comfortable, right? So for me, it's a new chapter for me. You can't look at where someone's chapter 10 is and you're chapter 1. You gotta start where you are. You gotta start where where most people start, wherever. Like, I was in a community, so I learned a lot from a lot of people, standing on the shoulders of like giants. But throughout many years, But when I have a skill set though. Like trading's my main thing. Like trading's my passion. I like trading. I trade. I'm a trader, right? I'm an investor, crypto. So that's my main passion, and teaching. So I mean, we'll be here live, right? Every day. But yeah, no reason. It's just for me. Like eventually you get bored of doing the same thing over and over again. Stuck in the same kind of conformity. Even at high levels, you can get even at like levels when you're at a high level of success, you can become complacent or live conformity, right? Maybe Bitcoin, like something like this. Since everyone asks every single stream, I'll just say that, right? Every single day, I'm like, it's been 3 weeks. It's only, that's all I'll say. No, MLM, I'm done with MLM. You won't see me in another MLM company. Good luck with that. That would be the only company I would ever join. There's no other, like, every other company has terrible products. Whack education. So, but for me, like, think about it. It's different for me. I've been doing this for 10 years. So you can't compare your chapter 1, your chapter 2 to someone else's chapter 10 in life. You can't at all. That might take you off your own roadmap. Like, you can't do that. So that's it. Take what you need from that and discard the rest. Yeah, like gold. I still like 2750. I'll probably just watch for that today, guys. Like, I'm already out fully. Happy I got out before this big pullback. If you're still in, like, you might break even or see if this low holds, right? You want to, this current low that's coming back to really needs to hold for it to flip back up. Like I said, otherwise it's 2750. I'll post a chart markup in Discord for 2750. Bitcoin is dipping this morning. Is it a buy the dip? New York buy the dip on Bitcoin? Maybe. I like this area more so on Bitcoin. They often buy the dip in New York's. If you watch Bitcoin and you look at like this time, there's a lot of times it's dropping into these hours and it ends up becoming like a buy the dip scenario for the day. It's been doing that a lot since October. Since October, it's done that a fair amount of days where it's dropping into these hours and then they end up buying the dip in these hours. Does that a lot. I'm a chill on gold. We're 2 for 2 today. We're 1-0 yesterday. Like, I'm a chill. You can still watch it, see if this low holds, but I'm gonna wait for 2750, 2745 area if anything. If you're fiending, and maybe you're fiending for some trades. If you didn't take the 2, wait. If you didn't get one of these ones, just wait. Like, if you didn't take this trade, or we caught 2 buys this session from the same entry zone. It's back for the 3rd time in the same place we entered. You know, if you didn't catch 2 of them, or one of them at least, I would kind of wait, because now for those of you that caught a trade, you're in profit. Like, use some, if you're gonna re-enter a trade, use some of what you made. Like, if you made profit, like if I made $100 and I'm gonna re-enter, okay, I'm just gonna risk $30 then, or something like that. I'm not gonna ruin the profit I made. Might be a re-entry here, looking like it's tapping the low. I'll wait for, like I said, it's better to wait for 2750 if you didn't catch any profit there. Like, we're 2 for 2. Sometimes it's not good to try to rob the same bank more than once or twice, to be honest. It's kind of, again, like I said, it's an analogy. Like I said, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Smash that like button too, guys. Discord links in the chat. I'll answer a couple more questions, and then at 9:30, 9:45, we'll get off. I've answered some questions. But yeah, with El Salvador buying every day, and then you got Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy, bought 11,000 Bitcoin for $1.1 billion. Buys like this are not going to be able to happen in 8 years. Like, think about what I was talking about before, even last night. I was talking about this with addresses, Bitcoin addresses. How many addresses alone have? So think about this for a second. Just really think about this. Just really think about this. There's only this many addresses with more than one Bitcoin, right? But you have a guy who believes in Bitcoin so much, values it so much, that has purchased 11,000, right? That's just one, entity right there. How long can buys like this last for? With the supply of Bitcoin only 21 million in existence, and then every 4 years, the halving supply getting cut in half, right? How long can buys like this at prices? What prices? Because no one can just go. There's only 21 million Bitcoin in existence. There's 19 million. No one can just buy that 19 million right now, or all the big. You have to buy it with where it is, where you can. 450 come out a day are mined. Exchanges only have so much if people just continue to hold them. So like, if USA, oh wow, see, damn, I'm on point today. Son, with the zones. Look at that. Like I said, if that low holds, it could run. Yeah, the magic arrows. We call them the magic arrows, the Evan Cabral magic arrows. They've worked for the last 5 years very successfully. very, very successfully. They've worked, they've helped thousands of people make money over the years. So they're called the magic arrows. That's what people would call them over the years. They ended up calling them the magic arrows. They work. My magic arrows work. Yeah, I won't lie. I did take a re-entry. I know I didn't say it because I didn't want to be too aggressive, and we're 2 for 2, and I didn't want to ruin the 2 for 2. But damn, yeah, my bad. 10 pips. It's 10 pips. It's 10 pips. About $50, right? Bitcoin, maybe Bitcoin by the dip. I think Bitcoin, one of these days, we'll see it at 120, above 110. It's building up for this. Dun dun dun. We're already past inauguration, so maybe next couple of weeks we're looking good on Bitcoin. We're already looking good right now on Bitcoin, but hopefully, if we're looking at past patterns, there's a correlation between USA elections and inauguration. Explosive price movement after inauguration. Weeks after. This is weekly chart. So yeah, 1 week. Both are 1 week, right? Yeah, both are 1 week chart. So every candle is 1 week. So it's, a lot of price movement there after. Even here, when price was at $700, it went to $1,200. That's a lot of that. It looks small there. I know it looks small, but that was a lot of movement. This looks big, and that was a lot of movement. It's pretty much the same movement when you think about it, because this went from 700 in weeks, went up to 1,200. This went from 32 or 30,000. Yeah, that's the same move there. It looks smaller there, but it's the same percentage move. That was so you got Trump on the left, Joe Biden on the right. With Trump, it went strong for the whole year, whereas the dips were gradually. There were dips these. See these red candles? These are big dips. Those are 30-40% corrections. 34, that's price going from $1,200 to under 1,000. These dips, they don't look so big on the chart when you zoom out. It looks like the little dips. It's as big as this. It's as big as this, pretty much. So with Trump, his first term, this is Trump's second term serving. Market ran all year. With Joe Biden, it was like it went up until March and then it corrected. It went into a crazy alt season, meme coin season, and then Bitcoin rallied again into the end of the year. Both of them finished the end of the year both of them made a peak in March, and at the end of the year finished higher. This was like a crazy alt season when Bitcoin was like dropping here. Ethereum, there was altcoins popping up too. Yeah. Magic arrows work. Trust my magic arrows. They work. See that? Look at that. Magic arrows. I'm good at reading volume and price and understanding. Okay, well, this low, you got to look at the charts as like, okay, if it's either make it or break it. Like, it sounds aggressive, but that's what trading is. Some of the best traders I know, they take action aggressively. Like, if there's a low in front of them, they understand it's either going to hold that low or not. That's what the price has to do based on what's in front of me. It has to, right now, hold this low. If it doesn't, then so be it. But that's kind of like in that moment what I'm seeing there. Like it's coming back to this low. So it has to stay bullish, it has to flip here. Like, might seem like, well, what are you talking about? But stay on the charts enough, you'll read price more effectively. Yeah. A little pip and dip there. Overall, I think price is trying to be bullish today. It looks like the broader market's up, maybe. Stocks, broader market's up. What's the dollar doing right now? Dollar, a little bit of strength. But weak on the week, it's kind of down. Dollar is more bearish. Doesn't necessarily mean gold has to be extremely bearish. Let's look at silver. Silver is looking like it's coming down more than gold. But yeah, if you're good, you could call it a day. It might be hard to get this swing because look at this. Look at these wicks. It's trying to go here. It's trying to get in there. These wicks kind of tell me that it's trying to reach. Maybe there's a head and shoulders forming here. I don't know. I was trying to really reach for that 2750. There's volume there. You see, that's where buyers came in. So you could try 2750, but it's pretty much it for the day, guys. It's 9:30 now. I'll look at the chat. A couple questions. Let me see. Yeah, we caught. Whack education, yeah. It's all the same stuff. There's only we don't. That's funny.
You're watching a toothbrush play Billie Eilish.
He's not talking about me.
Music app where you can also listen to the EDM version,
He's talking about something else.
the ska version, and of course, the original version. Duh. Get YouTube Music Premium.
Yeah, maybe these wicks hold. See those wicks? 4-week support there, but ultimately we want like 2750. You see those wicks? Tap. It's trying to push up on price. So right here's these wicks. That's what it looks like on the 30-minute. Those wicks, that area might hold, but ultimately 2750 would be best. 2750 zone. If the dollar bearish, that means gold, but gold has a lot of demand right now. Like gold, not necessarily, like they're inverse a lot, yeah. There's a lot of correlation too. Like it's not always like that. That's where the mistake a lot of traders make. A lot of times, I don't honestly, to be honest with you, I don't even really look at the DXY all the time when I trade gold. Like not all the time. There can be a correlation, but at times gold can have its own demand or its own trading. Like it's an asset, so it can be attached to like the broader market as well too, like an asset like stocks, indices, commodity. So at times, like you will see, there's times where it's completely unnecessary with the dollar, where the dollar's going up and it's going up, or vice versa. Caught a couple buys today, but two good moves. The first one was the strongest. Second one was a little lighter there. You could wait for 27.50. Yeah, generally rule of thumb, because they're inverse. Like obviously with the dollar, you'll see like if the dollar's bullish, then yeah, usually gold. A lot of times, what I'd say, I know a lot of traders who trade gold really good, and they don't even look at the dollar at all. Gold dollar, I mean, looks like it might come up for like a retest here. That gap got filled already. Yeah, it's coming down to 27.50. If anything, I'm probably looking, depending on today's price action, I might be looking for sells tomorrow or Friday. Depending on the price action from today, how it holds up here. But we'll be on tonight, guys. We're going to be back on tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So tune in. We're going to check out the Tokyo market. It's a good time to kind of see how the market looks a bit before London and see what happens for the, like, I like to get back on at 8:30 because it's a good time to see, okay, where's the charts at? What happened for the day? Maybe there's a setup. We've gotten a couple setups on 8:30 p.m. session. Thoughts on XRP? Oh, that's the dot. I'm like, what is that? To me, like, I've been bullish on XRP. I was expecting, like, it did the breakout I was expecting down here for weeks. For weeks, I was saying we're going to get a breakout on XRP down here. And we did. And now, for weeks, I was saying that. For weeks. A build, look at this. XRP looks pretty snazzy. As long as we stay above $3, I'm bullish on XRP. XRP, this bull run could go to $7, $6-7 maximum. I think, like, it might seem out of reach, but $4 pretty much, like, that's like $4 is, you know, on the horizon. But with everything that's about to roll out, like, there's still a lot of stuff. Like, we'll do a news update today too. We'll do a news update. There's still a lot of stuff to roll out that a lot of people don't know that's happening with crypto. And with XRP, it's going to increase the price of XRP. I'll show you guys tonight. I'll be dropping in Discord. We'll go over more news and stuff with crypto related, because there is good news to pay attention to. That's going to make things go up more, especially coins like XRP, HBAR. I like HBAR. XRP is obviously way higher. What do I think about XRP right now? It looks like it's going to bounce right now from here. Like, a bounce is coming. But for me, like, longer term, above $3 is good. As long as we maintain above $2.90 and $3, XRP looks good. It's forming one of those patterns again that it typically does when it's bullish to potentially break out. HBAR, I really like the coin HBAR, which is a similar coin to XRP. That just had a breakout, and it's like kind of pulling it back to the breakout. See, like, you broke out that top trend line. And now HBAR is pulling back, so potentially one more move up coming on HBAR. Good coins right now, like, depends on the narrative, like if it's meme or major coin or alternative coin. Major coins are all Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Like, Bitcoin and ETH are always good to buy. Right now, ICP, we went over some last night. ICP is a good coin right now. I think it's pretty low on the chart. I think below 10. Below 10, I just bought some ICP the other day. Recent purchase. Yeah, below $10, I'm buying ICP. Below 10 is good. Like, so that's at 9 right now. 8 below 10 means like 8, 7, like. I'm averaging below 10, which is good when it flies up. Below 10 is good for ICP. Yeah, keep an eye on 27.50. We're going to wrap it up for the day, guys. We had two good trades. Keep an eye on 27.50. We already had two good ones. You can keep an eye on it. Might be a pip and dip again in that zone. But tonight we'll be back at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. A little bit shorter session today. We started at 7, so we've been on for like 2 hours almost. I would wait for this area here to like 2750. That's what it looks like it's trying to go for on the 1 hour, if anything. This area. It's near there, but I would wait for it to actually get in that zone. Because remember, we just caught 2 moves. You don't chase price. It's a profitable morning. I'm not in gold. I'm gonna wait, if anything. But it's a profitable morning. Like, you could literally call it a day, not look at the charts until tonight. That could be trading. Like, the part where you may ruin your trading and make trading emotional is when now you had a profitable day and you want to keep looking at the charts and look for more trades. You could call it a day, go have your lunch, go to the gym, get your work done, go do other things outside of trading now. Come back tonight, come back tomorrow morning. You don't need to rush anything. Yo, it literally almost hit 2750 again. Why won't it hit that price? Like I said, it wants to reach there. It's trying to reach for the volume here. That's why it's making these wicks. But yeah, realistically, if you're happy with those trades, if we caught 2 entries on gold, you could call it a day. You could go play video games. You could go whatever, right? That's what I'm about to do. I said that because I'm literally about to lock in on some COD and not look at the charts for a bit. We're gonna call it a day. 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be back. We'll go run it up on Black Ops. Go drop 80 kills on stakeout. Drop 100 kills. You could literally call it a day, get off the charts, come back at night, and not worry. That's what I did. So yesterday we were on at 8:30, and when I got on, I was like, all right, let's see where gold's at. I haven't looked at the charts for the last 6-7 hours. And some people in the chat were like, what? I was like, yeah, like, I'm looking at the charts. It's 8:30. I'm looking at the charts again. I haven't really looked at things since the morning or afternoon. That's normal. If you're looking at every hour of the day, like, is it a buy, is it a sell, is it a buy, is it a sell? Oh my God, I missed that move. If I took a sell there, I could have caught it. Oh my gosh, I just missed the entry. I could have bought right there. Like, you're adding more emotion to your decision-making process, right? So realistically, like, it looks still like good buys. Like, obviously, yeah, I could have took an entry there and been up quick 20 pips. But you can always think in those terms. Like, if you go, your job is to make money, and then your real job is to keep the money you make. So if you go to your work and your work pays you, you come to the charts and you make profit, the job's done, right? You did the job. Realistically, you could literally spend the rest of your day personally developing yourself, working on other things, reading a book, go on a bike ride, walk your dog, prepare your food, go do your like whatever it may be, go work out until 8:30, or even like doing that. By doing that, like, you go, even if you go to away from the charts for 30 minutes, an hour, you might come back in an hour and be like, okay, I see another good setup. And these magic arrows, they have something to them. Yeah, you see these lower lows it's making? 1, 2, 3. It's trying to hold. You can have that mindset, because a lot of traders, I get DMs all day and people ask me, like, it was Friday at 4 p.m. And I was getting DMs and people were asking me in Discord, yo, is gold a sell right now? What's gold doing? On Friday at 4 p.m. I'm like, bro, why are you on the charts at Friday at 4 p.m.? Like, you should be out of the charts, right? Or like, it could be a time, or like, if it's 3 in the afternoon and the market's already moved for the day, you got, so like, some days you got to look at the chart like, it already moved for the day. So that's why you'll see me act how I act, because I have so much experience on, not even worth looking at right now. I already missed the move, or I'll just come back later. Goldy gold. That's why I like gold. It'll pip and dip like that. Maybe it sticks. I've been saying that, but it's because these wicks, it's, like I said, it's trying to reach for the volume right here. You can see here. It wants to hit 2650. It did. It came in the price of 2650. It didn't hit 2650,000. You can see right there, really close a reaction back in here, where we shot up in buys. We're coming back to that, trying to like react out of that. I think. See the buys begin here. Right when I say I'm gonna wrap it up, I end up spending another hour on. So be prepared for that too. Yeah, maybe it sticks. What the heck? Still looks like buys. I was saying in Discord, like we haven't broken the uptrend yet, and I think like there was an attack a week or two ago in Israel, Gaza, that whole thing. It's terrible. Like, you know, I'm not saying that whole thing like it's nothing. You know, it's a big thing. It's a terrible conflict that's going on. So when I say like that thing, and that's why there's more demand on gold right now. Because if you know, I think a week or two ago there was another attack, like 110 people died, a bombing and stuff. So when stuff like that happens, there's more demand for gold. If there's conflict or something around the world, gold will have more demand. If there's an attack, a missile goes out, crisis, terrorist attack, whatever it may be, a war going on, gold will have more demand. So you may see sells, but it may be in a time where there's more demand, where the market is shifted to more of a demand state. That's why we've been going up how we've been going the last 2 weeks, because I even mentioned that in Discord. I did write it to you guys in the chat when there was one morning we were talking, everybody was talking in the chat, and I wrote there's rising conflict, so it was before we got this retracement. Or yeah, it was before here. No, sorry. It was before we got this retracement. I was saying, like, as we were in this up move, that's when the attacks happened. Those type things create more demand. Like gold will go down and find buys because of events like that. 2750 would have been just nope. Anyone catch it? The whole ETF stuff, that's bullish news. Remember what happened when the Bitcoin ETF came out? Bitcoin went down, but look where Bitcoin is now. This is bullish news. This is bullish. This stuff, this is bullish. That's why I wrote bullish news alert. That's bullish. That's bullish for sure. We're looking good. For those of you guys who've been, if you're holding your crypto bags, we're looking good, I think. Ceasefire. Those are in ceasefire now. Wow. Yeah, it's terrible. Like the videos you see online, like it's man, world we live in. And what does the market do? The market goes up for the last year, 2 years. So while Ukraine, Russia started here, COVID-19 right here is the first attack in the East. Right here. That low. That was the first outbreak. And look what it's done since to gold. That's why the prices of gold have been really going up. Even silver. Even silver's been going up gradually. Even silver's above $30. Silver hasn't been above these levels in a long time. Like even silver, like slow, very slow. But like a lot of people are speculating silver goes up. Like that's slow. Like that's like a savings account. I'd rather have crypto than silver, personally. Yeah, you can get you 1x, you save your money, but I'd rather get a 3-5x real quicker. Then I can buy silver if I want. Like, yeah, Bitcoin, see, they like to dip it a lot of times in New York. Gold trying to go up. When's it gonna rip? 9:30? It's 9:30 already. Close if you got in, but you know what they say, third time's the charm. What if it's the third time that it... Look at those wicks. I could tell it's trying to find that. What's dollar doing? If dollar has a bearish reaction, like, see the dollar right now? It's forming a top wick into this institutional candle. You have an order block there. So if the dollar holds this is a scenario. Right here is a scenario where correlation could come in the way we want to see it. If dollar drops, gold will go up. The dollar going up necessarily right now doesn't have to mean it's gold sells so much. Right now, the dollar weakness is turning, right? Because we just finished inauguration, and now we're probably going to be starting weakness on the dollar. So if dollar right now were to drop, what would that do to gold? I would send gold up, right? That's the correlation you're looking for, right there. Euro, let's see, is euro looking like a buy? Just 'cause I'm not saying it because I want to trade it, but I like to look now. If I'm in a buy on gold, I like to go to the currency pairs and see if they look like buys. And if they do, I'm like, okay, current GU, EU kind of looks like a buy, right? I like to go to USD CAD. Does that look more short? Yeah, it looks more bullish, but that could be Canadian dollar more so. USD CHF looks like it could be setting up for like a sell here, right? So if dollar has a sell here, gold's gonna rip. Yeah, you know I took an entry. I didn't call it like, yeah. I was waiting for I was gonna go full lot at 27.50. Like I was gonna do half lot, half lot, half lot, half lot. I was gonna instead I got 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, but I was waiting. I was confident for 27.50 this morning. Damn. Called out 2-3 trades there, but two I'd say really, unless some of you guys took that third. If you got that reaction on your own, I didn't really call that out there, but. The markup, you know, still following what price looks like today. And the good thing about a day like today is there's no crazy news to get in the way of this technicals. The technicals here. There's 10 o'clock. Okay, 10 o'clock, maybe 10 minutes. Euro. I don't really care too much about Euro. I love Europe, though. I love going to Europe. Italy's fire. Greece, fire. You could close out, like, if you got buys. Like, market's trying to find those buys. Keep an eye on price. A swing might happen out of this zone today. If it doesn't, we'll look at how price looks tonight, 8:30 p.m. Subscribe to the YouTube if you're new, guys. Subscribe to the YouTube if you're new. Come to Albania, really? Really? Actually? Is it fire there? I've been to a lot of countries. I've been to like 40 countries, so I might go to. I'll probably go. I think I'm gonna go to Dubai this year in March or something. I think I'm gonna go to Dubai later this year, and then in the summer, Greece for sure. And Italy's fire. If you've ever, it's really expensive, but if you have a bucket list in your life, go to Capri in Italy. But I wouldn't. It's not your average vacation spot. It's top shelf. Go to Capri. That is, oh man. The food is so natural. Like the food we eat here in Northern America, like I'm telling you, the food, like I was eating tomatoes. Like I don't like tomatoes. They were good. Like they tasted way different than our tomatoes. The meat, the chicken, just everything. Like you travel the world, you learn a lot. Oh, look at gold going. Yeah, my Bitcoin's in drawdown, but it's all good. Gold. Is this? I'm always right but wrong, or wrong but right. I'm always right. I'm either always right but wrong, or wrong but right. I'm either, like it somehow works like that. Anybody still in? Is anybody still in gold? Google it. Is anybody still in gold? Is anybody still holding? If you did, man, that's 3 times, 2 times, or maybe 1 time. Pippin dips all the way today. Holy. I gotta. Yeah, if you hear me say I'm gonna wrap it up, usually I end up. Usually that's like. You gotta hear me say it like 3 times. Yeah. Go to Capri. Albania, eh? Damn, you know? I'll see one day. Right now, I'm just doing Discord community. You guys, like, just stay tuned. Stay tuned. Soon, we'll do it different soon in March. I have some plans. I'll have I'll make an account for these streams because I like to trade aggressively. So I'll make an account, probably put like 5-10K in it, and it'll be for the streams more so, or trades on streams. I'll make an account for that in March. Just stay plugged in. A lot more to come. One day you'll see thousands. One day, how many people we got on here? We have 800 views this morning. Oh snap! 135 people here right now. One day you'll see thousands of people on here. So you guys are the first if you're in the Discord as well. Maybe a year, maybe 6 months from now. One day, watch, you'll see. Just stay plugged in. I tend to speak things into existence as well, sometimes with the charts, but it's trying to stick those buys. We're gonna get off the charts, get off for an hour, and then the market's gonna rip. Overall, analysis still holds the same. Not much has changed. Like prices just, you can see these wicks it's making. It's trying to find those buys, but is silver dropping? Maybe that gives us a clue. If silver, even silver is trying to find a, pop up. Well, we'll be live tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. That's, what time is it now? It's 9:50, so that's in like 11 hours ish. I think I was in like 10 hours and 30 minutes. Nighttime. So that's New York time. So New York or Miami time. It might be 6 hours ahead in your time, or 3 hours. It might be a 6-hour difference, but New York time. So that's nighttime. So that's Tokyo session. So it's not New York session. Eastern time just means like New York time. So that's like Tokyo session. That's when I'll be back. Gold probably just remains like the same analysis for the day. This area that we've been working, or down in here. But plug in, plug in, plug in. People still don't, yeah, people still don't know. I haven't been, like, I've been just, the links in my bio on IG to the Discord. I haven't been promoting things as much. It's just, if you find me here for now, but in March we'll do some big live streams here. And I'll make an account probably for the live streams. If you just found me, yeah, we've been here for 3 weeks now almost. Come to Ghana. I've been to Nigeria. I've been to Venice a few times. Venice is fire. Yeah, we're trying to see if 2750 sticks around there. That's pretty much it. Yeah, in Europe it's like 2:30 p.m. right now, right? Afternoon. Like it still looks like 2650 wants to hold for the day. The thing about gold is once it hasn't really found a direction yet. It's just chopping around. This looks more like a retracement, maybe for a buy up to me. Might just be giving us scalping action today because there's no news. News drops in 2 minutes, so we'll see if the news impacts it. But Playa del Carmen, Mexico is where it's at if you want to react. Yeah, you're right. I haven't been there, but I've been all over Mexico. I've been to 32 cities in Mexico. That's when you know you've toured Mexico. I've toured all of Europe, Mexico, 32 cities. I don't know the names of them all, but some of them I can't even pronounce. Mexico's fire. I love Mexico. It's like one of my favorite countries. Mexico's fire. I'll be back one moment.
We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands.
Music. What is this song?
We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go.
Not feeling that song. It's pretty cheesy.
Welcome to Destiny, the little town with a whole lot of
Sounds like a song. That's like a girl's song right there.
Destiny real serious. And we bet on FanDuel. They love kicking Destiny as much as we do.
Watch FanDuel's Kick of Destiny 3 Super Bowl Sunday.
So yeah, gold update. Same, nothing's changed. 2650. We've worked this area, dang, 1, 2, 3 times. News, nothing crazy. If anything tonight, we'll get a good look at it, see where it's at, because tonight's going into Thursday, so if there's not so much bullish volume today, maybe it's end of the week reversals, which tends to happen a lot on gold. So we'll see tonight where price is at. Bitcoin, as long as we stay above 100, we're good. Even this song. Not my kind of jam. Yeah, if I was wondering about Bitcoin, someone said Bitcoin has good volume. Like the only like if you look at 100K, I was circling it. The first time it hit 100, it went down to 90, 91. The next time it came back and it went above, it went back to 91, 95. The next times you could see again here. So we want price to stay above 100. Otherwise, that means it could come down now to like 95. We want price to maintain like the 100K or 102K, the lower hundreds. This is the longest it's spent above it. So if you're watching price action, like you really want to see it stay above 100. This is the longest it's been above 100, realistically. And one thing, the ETFs. So ETF inflow and outflow. A lot of ETFs, some of them, won't say a lot of them, but because of the amounts, it's like a lot. It's the amounts you see them selling. A lot of them panic sold and rebought at higher prices. Because you got to remember too, some of these ETF players too, they're stepping into the game of crypto for the first time. There's a lot of FOMO in crypto, especially when you sell and then it moves. So it's interesting when you see, if you've been paying attention to the ETF inflow since December 24th till now, you might have recognized ETFs actually selling more Bitcoin and buying back at a higher price. It's an interesting thing that's been happening actually. We actually see BlackRock accumulating when they had the opportunity, like they were accumulating here, but they had opportunities to accumulate at higher prices than where we are now. The ETFs, there were some that outflowed here and rebought at higher prices, or even here, right? And rebought at higher prices, or even are buying right now as we've graduated up. So it's interesting when you look at some of that. Some of them bought here, literally. And price went down. Some of them, like, when you look at that and you talk about FOMO, you gotta remember there's a whole wave of people who just stepped into the market for the first time that don't actually know the roller coaster crypto is and what it can bring. I've been in crypto for years, 8 years, almost 9 years now. So when you're working with hundreds of millions, like me myself, there's been times where I'm like, fuck, I should have bought that coin. Now I gotta go all in. Like, you don't think these guys with billions and hundreds of millions of dollars are like watching price like, oh my god, like we should got it. Like that's happening. That's happening with on a larger level now, right? When if you've ever experienced, you look at a coin and you're like, I'm gonna buy it, and then you don't buy it and it shoots up, and then you're like, damn, I gotta go all in now, because you're like, yo, like this coin's gonna run. What I should have bought? Maybe you've experienced that situation in your life. I have, certainly. You see altcoins or meme coins, you see a coin and you're like, oh, like you ape into it, right? Think about like these pumps bring that. These drives up bring FOMO of, man, I could have been buying at lower and I know the market's going to go up. We're going to go up. Take that into consideration. Like they like look at this out. What was January 8th they outflowed? When was that? I think that was here. January 8th outflow, all here, large amounts, 124. Look at the outflow, and then like look at the outflow, and then they're realizing, oh shit, price, like we gotta catch up to price. Like we outflowed. That's not necessarily BlackRock itself or this, like it's the investors, right? On behalf of investors, because an ETF, you don't own the Bitcoin, you own the ETF shares that represent the asset. So like those investors, there's panics because selling here. Now, like if you look, January 8th outflow. Look at the outflow on January 8th. Didn't really start buying back until January 15th. See, and past like those days. Where was that in price? January 15th up here, almost like higher. Yeah, January 15th, January 7th, like higher than where they outflowed. And larger amounts. Like they gotta buy. Like, so notice how they're stacking larger amounts than what they outflowed, right? So there's FOMO on big levels in crypto right now. Big levels. So take that into consideration when you do your research, because that's what I've been looking at too. Yeah, those asking for gold, same stuff. We're gonna wrap it up now. That's it for today. Keep an eye on both zones potentially for like the same moves we've seen, or still 2750. Same bias for the day, but we're gonna wrap it up. That's it for me. I'll see everybody tonight on next stream, or tomorrow. We'll be live tonight and tomorrow again. We caught some good moves this morning. Hopefully you guys were able to squeeze out with profits there on gold. Might be setting up maybe one more time, but like I said, you could call it a day, and we'll be back on tonight or tomorrow morning, same place, same time tomorrow morning. But yeah, I'll see everybody next session. That's gonna be it. Peace out, peace out, peace out.